streaming. Yeah, we're technically live.
Okay. Hello everybody, welcome to Indigo Odyssey Live. Thank you guys for tuning in. We had some audio issues. We were going to begin the Lionsgate 88 at 3:33. I thought that would have been so momentous and so awesome. However, you know, there's all the kinds of glitches that come up, and Ian really wanted to have this be a great audio experience and have it be very impactful, so he was doing some stuff with that. So I want to thank all you guys from the bottom of my heart for all your feedback, for your reads, the comments, everything as well. I also wanted to thank my patrons. First of all, you guys, I have your follow-ups. I think it's still Swords and the Major Arcana for the tutorial that's coming in. And I just have a question for you. One time when Indy and I did this, we didn't hit the completely like live to everyone. Did you? Okay. Because okay, great. Hi, you guys. Just the reason I was saying that, one time Indy and I set up a live read and we didn't hit the invitation that let other people come in, so it ended up just filming like a regular video. So yeah, today, and when Ian was setting up, he just wanted really great audio. I think that's one of the most important things, live or otherwise. If you have a lovely resonance and sound, it makes the video so much better. And I know sometimes to sit and to listen to something for 20 minutes or more, you want it in a really pleasant ratio and to have everything go on. So again, I would just want to start with my patrons and say thank you guys so much for your love and support, that I'm finishing you tutorials on your tarot. I still have to get to the Major Arcana, and I think Swords is left. That's already taped, it just needs uploading. Thank you guys so much for your wonderful feedback and your support in helping me get my new decks. All of you guys over on Instagram that are constantly posting all these inspirational things to one another and meeting and greeting each other. It's so lovely and nice to see. I can't personally see the feed right now, so I'm going to see if... Yeah, I'm going to pull it up. I'm going to have Ian pull it up on my phone so I can just personally say hi to you guys, because I want to be able to see your names. And our setup right now is really interesting. I will take a picture of it after the feed and you'll see how technical it can be. I have a mainframe like studio format, and then I have a regular 35mm camera with a screen over in the corner. Ian has his laptop as well as the screen over in the corner. It's a lot. He's just taking my voice out of that so I can see you guys. I want to say hello to you. Oh, hello. So we got Sushi and we've got OE. You've never caught a live? Oh, I'm so happy. I've actually done several. I used to try to do them lower. Oh, you waving? This is Ian. He's trying all these different formats so he can chime in too. I used to do this. I would try to do like every month or so. But with what's happening, it's like I've had so many private reads at my agenda with everything from just home life to all of that has just been a packed agenda. And this does take a lot, because Ian helps me when we really want to have it be nice. So hi Ida, how are you? Ashley, hello, it's so great to see you.
Can we ask how the sound sounds?
Yeah, you guys, how does the audio sound? Can you hear everything quite clearly and it's enunciated and the voice is caught up with what my mouth is doing? Is it in sync? Because Ian can do tweaks on his computer right now if you have any difficulty hearing anything.
Lizzie says perfect.
Oh, good. That's nice to hear, because he had to do a lot of this. So you guys, I'm just going to get all my cards and gather and turn this over to Ian, and he'll let you know how it works, because he is the one that is going to be relaying the questions to me, so I can just focus on you guys and your read. So I'm just going to turn over and he'll let you know what's going on. So over to you, Ian.
Well, hopefully people can hear me. I've had to disable one of the mics. So what happens is Mel will answer as many questions as she can. She does prioritize Super Chat, which we have switched on, but she slips in some other ones as well if and when she can. So feel free to write questions into chat, and she will answer them as she can. And like I say, we do prioritize the Super Chat questions. And every question will get answered. Some of them will get answered tomorrow or the day after in text afterwards. But she she'll answer your questions.
Yes, you guys, just so you know, because sometimes we get a really busy chat room and there's so many questions, and I really want to be able to participate with each of you. So when the feed comes up later, you're able to comment under the comments what your question was. Just be like, Mel, I was on your live feed. You weren't able to get to me, because it's really important that I'm able to do that. If you come to spend time with me, I want to be able to answer your question. So everything gets answered, especially the super chats. Nobody goes, without having your answers on the super chats for sure. But if it's not done on this live read, it'll definitely be done after within the comments. And we also can get a printout and everything. So, but first of all, let me just say thank you guys for taking the time to come spend it with us. It's very difficult to do later in the evening because it's such an intricate setup that we really need to do it kind of like early afternoon, like we're doing tonight. And also
depends on the time zone. It's only
right where we
afternoon
are.
Eastern, yeah.
Right where we are, and then but it's also earlier is better for people over in Europe, because then they're not in bed as well. So love and light. So I am going to turn over the questions to Ian so we can get going and you guys can get some questions answered.
We've had a couple of super chats, which is fantastic. A yellow from Leo Lizzie, and her question is, will my DM and I be together? That's Leo Lizzie 23.
Leo Lizzie, how are you? So let's see what is going on in your DM. I'm going to revert to my glasses as well. There's a couple standard procedures with this camera work that it has to be a certain way. My head has to be, because the focus will go on certain other things. So I'm going to pull you a love oracle card, and then that. Okay, so imagine all your unwanted thoughts dissolving into light, creating room for new opportunities and possibilities in your life. That's letting you know that, we have, through our power of speech and thought, we're directing where our focus and energy goes and what we're manifesting and pulling into our lives. So let all the negativity dissolve, the impatience, because the universe loves for us to show our trust in it and let these things arrive in their due course the way they're supposed to. And you have King of Wands, so that's excellent. That is the passion, the love, the connection coming in and you feeling it. And also when you get a king, that speaks of their personality. It speaks that they are someone that is composed, they are mature, they have it together, they are dedicated to a course. The sun. So yes, whenever there's any major arcana and a divine connection, it means it's enhanced and it's kind of powered directly to you through source. It's very protected and guided. And you also have the Three of Pentacles. So I feel like within 3 months, you're going to see really, really pronounced signs of this through all kinds of things, electrical activity, bird activity, and dreams and other things of that nature. So yeah, and it's almost like it's super harmonized when you have the major arcana behind you. So you'll feel new inspiration, you'll feel lighter and brighter because of the connection is getting verified for you. So beautiful. I love that. Very nice. Okay, and what's going on?
We've got our first orange super chat. That's from Michigana. I know she's supported us before. A message for highest good from the highest vibration, please.
How are you? Thank you. It's great to hear you again. I love when we see a lot of people, because I don't get to chat or really have one-on-one time unless I'm doing something like this or a personal read. So let's see what's coming up for you. So I wanted to pull something from the beautiful higher love. So you have achievement and good fortune. So whatever you're focusing on right now and you're kind of being guided and nudged to do, really follow through with that. Don't second guess yourself or think, that's a pipe dream, because whatever it is, you're going to be able to finance, have follow through, have resolve to do this, and achieve the success that you want. So let's see, yeah, we have justice too. So this kind of means the natural laws, spiritual laws, and other things are in alignment to help you with this. So I feel like meditation might be something that's necessary for you to really ground out and make a decision. Hey, what's something that I have a natural gift for that I would absolutely love to do and I want to bring into my life? What will bring meaning and satisfaction? That's your kind of overarching energy, because no more grasping at straws and being wasteful with time and focus. And you also have the embrace. Through each other, you find missing pieces. So I feel there's people that are coming into your life that you're going to take into kind of like your kindred spirit. And through each other, you will find those things because we mirror one another, and they will help you, on your journey realize, hey, that's something that I want more of in my life. I want to have that more pronounced in my personality. I love that loving aspect or whatever it is. And perhaps something else that they can they'll bring forth that might bring something that is kind of agitates you that you no longer need, right? Like I can be a procrastinator, and as soon as I notice that, I am like, fear comes in with delaying things. Action is the killer of fear, and so we don't want that. And I also feel that you have some kind of pronounced gift that's going to surface. And this being Lionsgate 8-8, I would love for you to really meditate on that tonight and ask Spirit, hey, what is it that I have in my arsenal that hasn't really come forth yet that I can utilize for the benefit of good for everybody as well as yourself? Because I feel like you have some gifts that are really trying to surface. So concentrate on that and ask for help. That's all we need to do to help them to surface. So beautiful. I'm excited for you. It's always fun when we have a new element of ourselves that we discover, for sure. Okay, your next.
Okay, we have a question from Sushi. That's a cute name, Sushi. Will I receive acceptance offer from Mayo in Minnesota? Thank you, Melanie, for being such a magnificent soul.
Oh, how are you? Are you sure that's not Saruchi, the dropped part of it?
I have
That
no
could
idea,
be.
but the name on the
Suchi,
screen
because
is
it's
Sushi.
yeah, it's almost it sounds and feels like Saruchi with
Yeah, but it's different.
Okay, so let's see acceptance. Let's see what's going on for you. And we're gonna pull one of these. I love these higher love cards too, right here. Okay, let's get these up right. I need glasses so I can see what's going on. Okay, so I'm gonna cut the deck right here. Oh, very nice. I love the Fool energy, and then you have Strength. So look at these two beautiful major arcana, which is basically saying trust in the universe bringing you what it is you want. So if that's your quest, that is what you are working towards, and that is your desire. You can have it with Strength. There's a multitude of our like soul that is so limitless that when we really project a want and a desire and then we release it to the universe and we say, this is something I truly want, I'm going to have focus, intention, and I'm going to allocate my time wisely by showing gratitude for what I already have, that this will enhance my life and I won't take any of this for granted. You know, that's the Fool. I trust in the universe. It's going to bring me what I want. You're going to have the strength to see through and not only have what you want, but utilize that time very wisely and have it be very satisfying and very enriching in your life and bringing you the education, the information, and the things that you want and need to. And I just want to pull one other information card for you. Yeah, know your worth. This is saying, you know, the skunk is saying, know your worth. Don't settle for less. Keep pushing. When you have people around you that aren't verifying that you are a absolute beautiful soul and you are worthy of love and respect and all of that, by that in the dust, I'll see you later, because you're going to conserve your energy for all the important wealth of new understanding that's out there for you. So I see a positive yes for you for that. So wonderful. It's great to hear from you.
Yeah, Sushi is Suruchi.
Okay, I had a feeling.
Well spotted. Okay, we're going to go back to Ida Etamad. Who or what is coming towards me in love?
Hi, Ida. How are you? So I just split the deck and it looks like we have an earth sign. We can have a beautiful Capricorn here. We can have Taurus. Somebody that is very grounded and very solid. I'm going to pull a love card as well. And again, it's so funny, the Embrace card came up again. Through each other, you find missing pieces. So I definitely feel this is a kindred and possibly a soulmate, because within that we mirror each other and we are like an enhanced version of how we want to be. So we help each other step up into that and become our absolute best selves, because we're integrating our highest vibration and frequency with just heart dialogue. We're letting go of ego. We're not trying to be something we're not. They're not trying to be something we're not. When it's a total like nucleus of pure energy, you get the best out of them. They get the best out of you. It's like a refined version of who you are and who they are. And I just want to pull this too. You also have the Oracle, which is talking about forecasting. You are the Oracle. Your intuitive insights are going to flow freely. So you are going to have a lot of guidance, and you're also going to have a lot of information that's coming in and leading you there, like a blueprint of sorts. And so trust in that. It's not going to steer you wrong when it's saying, you know, yes, go to this party, go to this place, answer this call, see what it is. You're having divine guidance in this, and source is going to help and prepare you, you know, because when we meet these other people and we're calm and we're assertive and we're in our strength and we're our natural selves, it just flows really beautifully. So you're going to have a beautiful kind of earth sign that just comes up, and you guys just like blend beautifully, and great compatibility. I definitely feel great compatibility coming for you as well. Okay, Ian.
Okay, this is from Vinoth Kumar. Hi, thank you. I am a Virgo DF and my BF is Gemini DM, but are we compatible?
Okay. Hello, how are you? What a great name, too. Let's see about that. And I'm going to pull one of these two. Okay, two of those. Right now I'm hearing a message. I'm going to pull you one of these. So right away it's saying your life is gliding forward with ease. You are mindful. You're going to think and act with positive energy. You know, we kind of create our outlook on coupledom, on the world, on everything with how we see. You know what? Yeah, you are compatible. Here's why. You have 6 of Swords and 8 of Wands. And when you, divisional wise, it's 3 and 3. It's 4 and 4. That's balance. That's compatibility. That is a match. And we need to allocate time of like cohesion within the relationship. We can't just say this person automatically has to abide by all my rules or all my decisions. That you slowly watch by mirroring each other and watching each other and understanding each other, that we don't want our exact duplicate. We want somebody who's fantastical and has other ideas, and we enhance each other's lives. Not, it's just we are exact kind of doppelgangers of each other, right? It's that variety and that spice within the relationship that creates all the magic. Speaking individually, Ian and I could not be more different in how we do everything. You know, I'm very artistic, creative, and messy as hell. He's super organized and logistic, and he understands technology and all that, where I don't. And it's like, that's what makes him so fascinating. If he was exactly like me, we'd be fighting over my beads and we'd have a problem. But you know what I mean? But with these numbers go very beautifully. 6 and 8s, anything that 4s, 2 2s, 6s, 3 3s, that there's a high, beautiful blend to this. We want compatibility, but we also want versatility within the relationship. So this is really, really nice for you. So speaking in terms of you guys doing well together, absolutely. So thank you so much. Thanks for coming and joining us. Okay, Ian, what's going on?
Okay, we got a question from Mizuki Shiro. She would like advice from the guides about preparing for her entrance exam.
Okay, so I'm going to use, this is one of my favorite decks that Ian got me for my birthday. It was either my birthday or Christmas, and I love it. It's big, beautiful colored cards, and their messages are always really great. So I'm going to just do. It's a heavy, big gold deck. So 8 of Wands and 2 of Discs. I love these. So right away, you know, this is saying keep moving towards your goals and be steady. I love this. There was this saying that I saw that was smart. You know, it's like how to structure things and how to do things methodically and how to do things that are achievable, and how to just stay focused within that and not get monkey mind and go in too many directions or try to accomplish too much. And the biggest one of the messages coming through to you with this too is don't ever compare yourself, your grades, your life, your looks, or anything to anybody else in your sphere, because your uniqueness and your individuality, and kind of staying in your lane and cherishing what you have and not looking what others are doing and not getting competitive, is going to really make you thrive, because you're going to, as an individual, set all kinds of new goals for yourself that you're going to surpass. And 8 of Wands, I love this, because oftentimes you see somebody like just on a cliffside with the wands around them, constantly searching and yearning and finding passion in life and going up to the next level and really trying to accomplish and have this. And I just wanted to pull overarching energy. You're going to be getting messages from the universe. You're going to get support. This is your emotional cup feeling full. Whenever you look for it, you will have guides, and you will have people, and you will have readers, and you will have people in your periphery that help you and that balance you and guide you. This is also a reminder too, I feel, that keep your emotional self steady. Don't give too much attention to anything that is negative or anybody that is negative, and just stay in the realm of what replenishes you, makes you feel fortified, makes you feel good and supported too, because I feel like you're going to have nice friends that come in and do this for you, because the Page of Cups is messages of, hi, how can I support and love and care for you and enhance your life? And you know, it's necessary for us to have that, to feel that positivity, and you're going to have that in your life, which is really nice. I like that a lot. So thank you so much. All right, Ian, these are hard.
We've got a lovely yellow donation from someone with the handle Autism Awareness. Dear Nikki, love Mommy.
That's Cheryl.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's Cheryl. Hey, Cheryl, how are you?
But we don't have any questions, so if there's a question, write the question in the chat. So we'll proceed to Sunseed Light is all there is, another long handle. Hi there, what advice do my guides know about what my next steps towards merging my soon overseas career and new spiritual path?
Okay, could you just say that one more time?
I guess need to know information about the guides for the next steps for an overseas career and a new spiritual path.
Okay. These are not the easiest things to shuffle. Okay. So we're starting with the Star. So this is believing in our own luck, our natural gifts. Marissa Pierce is constantly talking about our inner dialogue and our inner voice, and we really can convince ourselves of anything and do anything. And I'll give you a quick example of this. When I was doing studies with Yale Brain Studies, I'm deathly afraid of confined areas. And they were like, oh, are you claustrophobic? I was like, hell no. Right away, I was saying, I'm participating in the study. We are doing this no matter what. And I remember just saying, hey, you're just laying still. Nobody's going to attack you. You get to daydream, do this and that. And I had zero fear. And even, everybody in the study was like, wow, you didn't even need to take a break or stop at all. It's mindset. It's mind power. And that's what the Star card is saying. I know the universe is behind me. I know my strong will is behind me. I know my determination to succeed, and the likelihood of success is high when I'm constantly sending out good vibrations and best case scenario out there. I'm not doing any of this fear. Fear and guilt are the lowest vibration that we have, and it actually starts to pull our direction and our purpose down. So when we let go of all of that and go, I am vibing high, I'm believing in myself, I'm doing this. And look at the fortunate outcome in terms of money. Monetarily, Ace of Pentacles is as high as you go. That means that you're having fortitude, follow through, no pessimism, no doubt. And you're just saying, hey, when I put my mind, my focus, and intention in something, and I follow through an action when you feel it, because intentionally we're usually driven to the right things. And also say to Spirit, this is why I want this amount of money or success. I want to allocate it for A, B, and C. Mine is definitely for family, for cars for my youngsters, for education for them, for family, for care, for philanthropic use as well, and to develop all kinds of things. And because of that, we've made a decision with the universe, a kind of bond, if you were, hey, I want this because of this, and I'm going to allocate it for here, and I'm going to constantly push. And your last card is Knight of Discs. Again, more monetary success, big money just flowing. And this often derives from really great, smart business choices where you're not being dissuaded from something that you know is a good idea, that you're listening not only to your intellect, but you're listening to your heart space and those nudges that say good idea, good plan, and you just keep pushing. But most important, gratitude, gratitude, gratitude for each little step. You're saying thank you along the way, because then the universe wants to provide us with more. So yeah, you're really going to have some excellent success in that. I'm excited for you. Really good energy. Okay, Ian, all set.
Good. Autism awareness, that's Cheryl, right? Her question, I guess, love and soulmate, I guess.
Okay. Hey, Cheryl, how are you? So you guys, if you're unaware of Cheryl, she is an author of several books, and she's absolutely amazing. I would love for you to go see her on Instagram. She is so wonderful, and all her information over there. She makes natural jewelry. She's so, so wonderful. Okay, so let's pull this out. Here's your top 3 cards. Okay, so yay, Cheryl. We're starting with Temperance, meaning you're possibly in the best head and heart space that you have been for a long time. You have a lot of self-acceptance, which I know through telephone calls, you're having a natural, beautiful progression in life of realizing the beautiful, strong, amazing person that you are. I mean, a fantastic, erudite author. You are a fabulous mom. Anybody who has a special needs child knows the effort, love, and utter devotion that gets poured into that. And I feel that that feeds back to you and gives you strength and inspires you and makes you super strong. I love Three of Wands because this means you are focused and have passion and power and like momentum behind this, because this is future planning, but with like focused intention and you being able to get what you want. And I'm kind of thinking that you're going to get some answers within 3 months, because you have double threes here. And the Empress energy is, I'm ready. I have provided myself with what I need to lift my vibration, to have focus, to, get rid of any self-judgment, any guilt, any fear, any past. Oftentimes when we have that shadow work, right when our soulmates are coming in, and we have to devise a new way, a calmer way, a more loving way, a more self-loving way. And these cards are all about that for you, saying, you know what, I honor myself and I care for myself, and I'm going to be devoid of ever thinking that I don't deserve something. Maybe somebody told me that when I was a kid. Maybe somebody told me that I was always less than. And because of that, you fight and you push even more, because you go, no, that's not my story. That's somebody who tried to tell me my story, because that's what they thought, and that's someone's opinion, but that is not who we are. And it's tough as children. We're told stuff, we believe it. But I want to pull a love card too, and it says, when you pass from this world, you take nothing with you but your soul and the memories you have shared with those you love. So I definitely believe within this, again, this is a reoccurring soulmate that comes in, because again, when we pass from this world, it's all energy that comes, and it's very cyclical and comes in. And really, that's all that really matters, how we treat people, how we express our love for them. And I feel like this go round, it's just so rock solid. This person comes in and you just feel it, and energetically you're ready to give and be open, as are they. And again, this is rather soon. And again, I always felt like through our conversations too, that it's going to be around your physical health realm, and gym and all of that. And that's your power center. And when you feel good and you hold a lot of focus, intention, drive, and massive power. So yeah, everything is fortified. This is a very special time for you. And I feel you are very spiritual and really connected. So you'll have nudges and guides leading you along the way as well, which is what you need. So thank you so much for coming on, Cheryl. I'm so excited. I almost didn't know if it was going to happen with the audio business. I was like, I can't have day 2 go down. I was like, I'll have a nervous breakdown. So it's so great to see you. I can't even see the screen or see any of the writing because I'm just on film, but I'm so excited you're here. So love to you and Nikki and your mom, Lucy, and your dad. I think they might still be visiting. So thanks for coming on.
This is from Empress and the Emperor. Hi Mel, what miracles are coming for me in this new chapter of my life? Thank you for doing this today.
Oh, it's my pleasure. The 8-8 was so powerful. I went out first thing in the morning and it was really bizarre. It was like, first of all, moonbeams came right up, and the energy is just palpable. So right away you have the white raven spirit, trust in the magic. This is what today is all about. I am not kidding you. It is supersonic. It's impactful. Now I'm hearing, when we slow down and we're really listening, just listen to our bodies. We allow for thoughts to come into kind of like your mainstream, and just allow those thoughts to bubble up and think them. Okay, again, not like a shot put heavy and it lands. Just let them go by. Pay attention to what they are and what kind of language it speaks to you. Are they sometimes derisive? Are they combative? Or do they make you feel guilty or sad? Is that the majority? Or can you just kind of flick them away and then pull in, this is what's true about me. I have amazing potential, and I'm going to have the life that I dream, because I believe this wholeheartedly. We can have what we want, how we want it, when we want it, all by meditating on it, listening to what's most important. And I ask myself, what will bring me satisfaction, joy, and is good for everybody as well. And I know that's when I have self-care in place, and I get to be creative and have fun and spend time with my family, and I feel love. And you're going to feel that love. So you also have Porcupine Spirit, which is saying time for beginner's mind. And I have to do this too. When we think we know everything, we're not learning. When somebody's speaking to us and we're like, I already know about that, science, mathematical, whatever, we close down. So beginner's mind is, please tell me. I want to know. I want to learn. I want to find out. So when you have that, you're going to be inspired. So I want to get this one too, because this is calling out. I just put a whole bunch of decks. Now, I love these cards because they're amazing. It says, I observe my surroundings and I know I am divinely guided. So this is saying, improve your peripheral awareness and become like the objective observer. Increase consciousness of the reactions of others, right? Increase mental, physical, and emotional flexibility. When we slow down, we can read other people like a map. We can read a dropped smile instantly, realizing something is offensive in the room, right? Micro expressions where somebody's, just has like that cracked smile in their face. People doing weird things like when they don't want to be heard or they doubt themselves, they'll cover their mouth when they speak. There's all kinds of things, and you're going to notice these and practice all of these and really plug in. And you also have my mental and emotional bodies are balanced, and you're going to attract nurturing people. So release any kind of heartache or grief, and your balance is restored. And because it's all connected, mind, body, and spirit, it's almost like a flush out and a cleansing where now you're just bringing in all the bright, the beauty, the new, and the things you're supposed to pay attention to. And they're going to guide and lead you and help you. And I just definitely feel that when we do one thing, and I have to do this constantly because I'm mutable fire, I want to do so much. I say, are you in the present moment? Because if we're not in the present moment, we miss the beauty, the magic, the smiles from our children, our animals looking for affection, that rainbow, right? When we're in our heads constantly, what am I having for dinner? What am I going to pay this bill? Blah, blah, blah. We lose all that beauty that's happening right then, right? So let's do this. I'll give you an example. Yesterday I was driving in my teaching my son how to drive, and he's hilarious and he takes things seriously, and it was really cute, and he kept stalling the car, and I was like, you don't have to hurry, you're not in a rush, just watch this, you're never going to regain this moment. And I had such a good time with it because of that. And that's what the universe wants you to do. Watch all these beautiful cues and clues. And somebody said that's a good title for the book, and for a book, and I think I might actually do that. It's called Cues and Clues from the Universe. We're constantly given those when we are in the moment. So that's your main phrase, are you aware of now? And do that, and you're going to have prompts, and you're going to follow them beautifully, and they're going to guide you to what you need. Yeah, I really feel that about you, that you have the power of now really circulating around you.
There's a question from Melissa McGuinness. Thank you so much. What message of love for me going through a bit of a rough patch? Anything I should scroll up. Anything I should be doing? Praying, wearing, whatever.
Okay. Well, first, if it love issues, I always love 2 stones for this. I absolutely love rose quartz because that promotes self-love as well as calmness, as well as it's a magnet for love. And garnet is similar to that, but it's more power-packed, like a carnelian. It attracts it, but it also gives us energy and love energy and vitality, and more like a self-confidence stone that's involved in that too. And I love those for that. So let's see your 2 cards right here. I'm going to start with this passion. A magnetic and seductive quality surrounds you at present, so enjoy it. So this is, a lot of people doubt their allure. They doubt what they're like. Like sometimes I forget. I usually go without makeup and I'm just hipsy dipsy out in the yard. But sometimes if I dress up and I'm slapping on the war paint and I go out, I'll get people to do a double take or a triple take because I dress crazy too. And like some people go, you look really cool or excellent. And I forget that I'm not in my pajamas. And I'll be like, what? Oh, thank you. That we do have a natural allure. And the people that pick up on that when we are not at our physical best are the great ones because they're picking up on our energy. It's not the physical, like, wow, look at those eyes or look at that body or whatever. It's look at that. So you're also having this too, to give thanks for the blessings of love that are soon to come your way. Know that you deserve them, and you are going to have the heart and love that you truly desire. I love that. So you are going to have what you need and what it takes. And oftentimes we need to do 2 things really quickly. We have to have gratitude for the love that we already have within our family units and that we have the capacity to love. And secondly, to kind of have that high vibration radar that says, I release this to the universe and I don't have to have every little aspect looked after. But I don't need all the whys and wherefores, but I am open to just the flow of things. A healthy detachment brings that ever so much more fast, right? Because when we're looking at that watch kettle, it's not boiling. It's just one of those things. I know it's coming, feel it's coming, because it definitely is. And I feel like for some reason your power color too, yellow is very warm and invigorating, and it's one of that color attracts people, I've noticed, and from what I've read too, because it's a very sunshiny, warm, and open color, and it does lift and brighten. But I definitely feel like, yeah, in heart chakra work, it's like if you go on Pinterest, it'll give you all kinds of things that talk about the heart chakra and all the different things that you can utilize with that, because I feel like you're really emanating this love flow, so it is coming to you. And I love those cards for you. It's just saying, you know, it's one of those things, when we feel it, when we experience it, when we act as if it's already here, it arrives that much sooner. So yeah, I love that for you. Remember, garnets and rose quartz are beautiful stones to incorporate that as well. So thank you so much.
Here's a question from Anastasia Montina. Hi Mel, how does Hassie feel about me? Thank you.
Okay, hello, how are you? So let's see. Let's get these cards. It's funny, when I switched from using they're like these sides, these funny little things, so they're minute, to ones that are oversized, it's almost like I have to relearn how to shuffle. So let's see, we have Page of Swords, so messages are coming, Knights of Cups, and the Lovers. So obviously he is definitely feeling something. He's, you know, it's romantic feelings, it's lustful feelings, it's physical feelings, wanting to get to know you. But also, I love the Knight, because the Knight comes from kind of the four corners of hail that I'm always talking about, the honesty, authenticity, integrity, and love. When we respect somebody and we're loving and we're forthright and we're expressive with that, because I do know that in certain communities, people they don't like to feel vulnerable, so sometimes we're left guessing, you know, because it's very cryptic. But I feel like that's going to come through, especially with the Page card here. This is somebody who is able to uniquely express how they feel and make it available and obvious to you as well, so you're not second guessing. Yeah, this is a beautiful mix when you have the Lovers and you have a Page and you have a Knight of Cups, especially because that's somebody that comes from an integrity based place where they want to be with you, not for what you can do for them, but how they feel about you. So that's really nice. Yeah, definitely romantic vibes in there for sure. So yeah, get ready for a few messages coming your way. Beautiful. Okay.
This is a couple of questions from Exo Cassidio. Cassidy, I
It's
guess.
Cassidy, yeah.
Yeah. What
Hello.
does my grandma Ethel and Bappa have for me, and what change is coming?
Okay, let's see. Oh wow, look at this 8 and Queen of Wands. So, you know, I'm just feeling both of them are exceedingly proud of you and who you are and where you direct your passions. And the Queen of Wands especially is an individual. This is how they see and feel and experience you, and want you to know that, you know, you have blossomed into an absolutely amazing person that, you know, is conquering fear and moving and elevating beautifully through life and just doing things. And every once in a while, they just want you to know to pause and reflect on life, because when we do that, that's where we start to say, yeah, I do have love and gratitude for this gift, for that family moment, and those moments of reverence. I know every once in a while, I'll just start laughing, and it's usually my mother and aunt who have passed on, saying something funny and crazy. And this happened in the car to me yesterday when I was driving with Hagen. I heard outright, he stalled the car and then he started and he thought it was super awesome. And then I heard very crisp in my mother's language, take him on a New York expressway and we'll see how ready he is. And it was completely clear, and I start laughing, and Hagen's like, what's funny? I'm like, nothing, because he thought I was making fun of us. They do, when we invite them in to speak to us and we want to feel them, it doesn't matter deceased or here, they feel us energetically and they're able to help us. And they want you to know too, to stay centered in balance and take care of yourself, you know, hydration, food, nourishment, and not to you know, not take no for an answer. There's something like within them that's like, don't take no for an answer, and to just keep pushing and going for what you want, because I feel like it's those little wins that really help us in terms of how we visualize ourselves. You know, when we say, of course I should have this, I value myself and I'm worthy of having this, and I'm going to keep working towards it, and because of that, these things come. So whether there was a second portion on love, Ian?
What change is coming?
Oh, what change is coming? Okay, so 3 of Discs, 10 of Wands, and Empress. I love this. So what seems heavy and burdensome right now is going to disappear. So whatever, if you're carrying like an emotional heaviness, or you feel like there's a stillness, a stalling, or stagnancy, just let it all go. Just say, you know what, everything is temporary. So I'm going to plug into what I'm looking forward to. And I feel like you're going to have this incredible like lightness of self. A release is going to be taking place where you're dropping burdens that aren't yours. They can be guilt trips from others. They can be a sense of fear of the future. Whatever it is, you're letting that go and discarding it. Because 10 of Wands is just carrying around crap that we don't need to. And again, it's about sharing and caring resources, but more importantly, you elevating to the Empress, which is saying, I deserve this. I deserve my best life. So I'm going to focus, and I'm going to leave myself little sticky notes if I have to, saying, say yes to opportunities, look for all the options, opportunities, new friendships, and things for growth and expansion and understanding. If there's one thing I could like tell my younger self, it's like, never tell yourself no, never restrict yourself because you think you can't have something. You absolutely can. And once you get that first thing that you allow in, the dominoes start to fall and the abundance comes in, and the acceptance of, wow, you're like, I kind of have this crazy wizardry where I can pull in abundance, and then I share and I'm generous, and it's cyclical. It's almost like, some of those people you just think they are just like the good luck pony of what's going on of the group. It's because they don't tell themselves no. They don't restrict themselves to, I really can't go to Yale. I can't really have this amount of income a week. I can't be famous. I can't do that. Where they're just, no, they're like, of course I can. Those people that just push and go and try, because that's what it is. Rejection, that's something I'm hearing big. Don't ever let rejection be a final for you, because we get rejected all the time. Authors, everybody does that. You will bounce back, and you are going to be able to ascend to the places that before you thought that door was closed, but it absolutely isn't. And it's a belief system. Of course I can have that, do that, be there and accomplish that, and you will. So keep that fortitude going, because you're going to have unimaginable like abundance beyond what you thought was possible. And I'm excited for you, because that happened for me when I decided to just drop 9 to 5s and other people's opinions and restrictions. And then you just walk through that and you're like, wow, you are allowing, you're in this beautiful sense of allowance. So I love that for you. Beautiful.
There's questions from Mizuki Shiro, looking for messages from her paternal grandparents and also from the angels.
Oh, okay. So I'm going to use these because I love these. And there's so many screens in front of me. Sometimes I'm looking over there and I'm like, what is that? Okay, so these are beautiful for this. So right away I'm hearing calm the mental chatter. And this happens right when we get overloaded. Calm the mental chatter and clear confusion. Take steps to gain a new perspective on life and increase your emotional balance. And I'm just going to pull a main card for you. Yeah, 9 of Pentacles, because you are on your way. They can feel and see ahead. It's almost like the Super Bowl took place and they already know what the outcome is. They know the winning team. So they know when we're going to be winning, and they know you have a super abundance in your future. However you quantify that, it can be money, it can be, acceptance to somewhere, whatever it is. But as soon as we just say, I don't need to listen to all this at once, I'm going to focus on one thing and really be emotionally stable. And no, it's easy for me to see beyond the obvious and be focused on your sacred path. That's taking place. And also, there's definitely opening your heart to love. Feel unconditional love and support. Bridge the spiritual connection between heaven and earth. It'll increase romance, love, and everything that circulates around you. And one thing that some people, just don't know is we can't have all our spiritual entities, guides, and ancestors come in at once, because we'd think we were loony. It would be a cacophony of noise and confusion. So we invite them in. And I always I'd say, Mom, Aunt Irene, if you have any advice, Archangel Michael, keep me and my children safe in my vehicle. Call down to them, and all of a sudden you'll see all these nudges and winks and cues and clues that are very helpful. So I'm also hearing that you can, and this is very important. This is really great. I mean, they must be wise and smart people, because they know that you have the propensity to be able to be successful. By improving visualization of positive outcomes, you'll attract good fortune and good luck and also improve your financial status. All you have to do is activate that kind of millionaire mind that says, I am incredibly lucky. I always have plenty of money to deal with. I always have a solution-orientated mind, and I want to be lighter and brighter. And I feel like your spirit guides. I'm going to pull one of these because I absolutely love these. The Jade Star is saying, surrender. I'm ready to let go with self-compassion. So whatever you're doing, you don't have to go from novice to expert. You don't have to be successful right away. You are ascending, and you're connecting to the oneness that that's the collective awareness that's going to help you ascend. And, you know, you're going to have all these kind of star daughters and kindred spirits that help you. And Spirit is always watching over you and always wants us to succeed. So when we stop and pause and we listen to that, it's going to fill us up and direct us and give us that blueprint to follow. And that's the thing. We just have to be filled with gratitude for what we already have, where we're going, get excited about life, and be in the now, that now awareness, because that's where all the magic happens. And you know, your spirit guides definitely want you to know that you are on the path and you are on your way. And they're going to put those seeds, you know, the seeds of knowledge and other things. And also they guide us to people that help us, readers, speakers, books, all of that. And that's all going to be placed in front of you to help you. So yeah, I really love that. Just, you know, we are provided for when we know we are, and then we just kind of look for all those cues and clues, right? So beautiful. Yeah, a great ascension, like, you know, just slow and steady getting to what you need spiritually, mentally, and physically. Okay, Ian, all set.
This is as a yellow donation from Di or Di. Hi Mel, I wanted to know who you see coming from you romantically this year. Thank you.
Hello, how are you? I'm going to use these. I love these. These are ones I can shuffle because they're normal. So let's see who's coming towards you romantically. I feel like this is the age of Aquarius for love, where people are so finding their one. Not only because of Lionsgate, what's happening, but it's a new awareness. After what has been sweeping the world, people know what matter in their lives now. They know what has meaning. They know, you know, people are spending much more time with their family, and they're getting to know, like, why would I be just so consumed with work and racing to work or doing this and that and getting sidetracked where it's just not necessary. Okay, so we have Hanged Man. Oh, I like this because that usually speaks of somebody doing shadow work and internal work. And then we have Eight of Cups, and we also have the Hierophant. Whoa, so yeah, this particular person is very spiritual, and I don't feel like you would settle for anything less. This is a unique individual who has the keys, you know, oftentimes, you know, like elevated in a way where there's almost like an extra gear in their head. They're very emotional and intelligent. They're very grounded and solid. They're not distracted by the material. The ego has been put to sleep, and that is very hard to do. And even I have it as a daily challenge if any one of my teenagers is talking about something and I know differently, I know factually differently, that I come at it from a place of, oh, well, why do you believe that, as opposed to, well, that's certainly not true, that sort of thing. It's like, it's a very ingratiating, beautiful kind of balanced energy that they have, where they get on and they're able to provide people that they're around with sustenance and good vibrations and lifting and healing. It's a very healing individual. It's a very gracious, generous, absolutely elevated spiritually for sure person. And also someone who I like the Knight of Cups, because that's someone who is constantly forthcoming and giving and what, you know, acts of service and what can I do for you to make you feel better. Because of the Hanged Man, that beautiful pause. Let's take a pause and evaluate. Everybody is so busy rushing, right? Like, woo, 100 miles an hour. I have to get this, do this, go there. Even I was guilty of that this morning. I wanted to go to a crystal shop, and I'm like, I can't try to jam everything into a day and do things half-assed, as opposed to do one or two things and do them very well. And that's what the Hanged Man does. Pauses, evaluates, and does that. So this is somebody who's very substantial, has their act together, solid, dependable, and very enlightened as well, which is beautiful. So I'm excited for you, and you deserve that. And I feel like a lot of people now know this with what's going on in the world. Not going to settle, no way. They want someone who has what it takes and what they deserve as well. So beautiful. I'm excited for you. So that is her. Yeah, good stuff.
This is from Priestess 13. What messages about my career and love do you have for me?
Hello, how are you? Thanks for joining. So I want to pull an animal card too. So we're going to see first for business. With Ego Spirit has your back. So that
Ezra just got up.
Oh, hi Ezra, how are you? So this is talking about Spirit does have your back when you want to have strong decision making. Your prospects are really good. You're going to be, you know, in your strength. And oftentimes, you know, within careers, we have to be careful not to need outside validation. And the ego is like, I don't need that. I am flying high. I've got this. So let's see in terms of what else is going on within. Let me pull two of these. Okay, so right away, I always feel like, the sky's the limit. Whenever we get the World card, this is saying the possibilities are endless with that. And we have to ask ourselves, like, what's our natural gifts? What are we able to utilize that kind of brings an original spin, that makes it unique, that makes people want to do business with us, right? Or hire us or any of that. And it's like, you're just going to have this beautiful, like, blanket awareness of that and be able to, like, just really quick fire thinking in business and do really, really well with that. And I think part of that is because you're going to have passion towards it. When we have all those bows pulled and they're out, we're firing. Hey, I'm going to fire in many directions and have options and have choices. And I think life, business, or anything only gets stale if we let it. We can always infuse our business and our career with zhuzh and with interest and change it up. It's how we see things. It's not what we have, but it's the feeling of what that item gives to us, right? So our job, like, how can I enhance this? And you're going to have a lot of great ideas that come your way. So let's see in terms of love too. Oh, that's nice. Okay, so I love so we have the Two of Cups, and then we also have Page of Pentacles. And I love when pages are involved in any love reading due to the fact that it brings us messages. We don't feel like we're forestalled or we're in, having tug of war with a ghost. Like, I don't see it, I don't feel it. Pages bring in that feeling. It comes within our dreams. We start to feel, I just feel like it's like those twinges where all of a sudden a little more self-care is in place, right? We start to look after our skin. We start to do our nails. We start just all of a sudden we just feel like sprucing up. That's saying to ourselves and to the world, I'm available and I'm ready for some options and to spend time with people. And I want to look my best and feel my best. And oftentimes little things click, like in our diet. We want to eat better. We want to eat things that come out of the ground and off of trees instead of 50 ingredients that we can't pronounce. Things of that nature will start to click in for you. And this is, with that, it's like you don't have to do anything. This person just comes up and is like, you're the girl for me. It's just one of those things, those offers, and it's great compatibility, and it's very expressive and warm and loving, and you're just kind of like knocked over. It's that gorgeous, it's like all encompassing, and it's that fervor, that tidal wave, very romantic, very expressive, and very loving. And you're ready for it. And another thing, it's like when we just detach and say, I know it's coming, I have gratitude for my life, and then we just feel it. It's like we emanate that, we're on vibration with it, and what we're in frequency with comes to us. We're allowing it, and we're saying, yeah, what, I'm ready, let's do this. And there aren't mixed messages. We're not sending out yes, no, yes, no. It's one, yes, we'll bring it and we'll solve it and we'll see what it's like. And you really have that right now. And Ego Spirit does that too, within your work too. Like, Spirit has your back, and you're going to be able to be very in simpatico with all the synergies that are coming along and be like, okay, that's a clue. That's what I say yes to in terms of love and business. And that's really good. It's you being aligned with your highest vibration, therefore bringing you the love and business that you deserve and you also are excited about. So that's really good news. I'm excited for you. Yeah, really good energy in both those. And they're usually, all of those things are usually together, right? When we're kind of sailing along smoothly in one thing, then we have time to have our focus that enhances other areas of our life as well. The vibration has everything to do with it. So really beautiful. The cat's asleep on my hat over there. She destroyed it. So that is you. Yeah, really good energy. Isn't that bizarre?
Yeah. This is one from Tiffany Stone. Will I ever hear from my person again?
Hello, Tiffany. How are you? Sudden progress and change, a new level of growth. So I definitely feel like, some people are taking hard time outs right now, and they're reevaluating where they're going. What's happening in the world is doing one of two things to people. It's having them pull away and go in hermit mode and go like, oh, this is heavy and I need to reevaluate, I need to resituate, or really reaching in and being communal and trying to express and ignite connections. So sometimes people just need that pause and that time out because they don't love the unknown, and fear can come with the unknown, and the fear is kind of it tethers us and leashes us in. But again, I'm feeling you have patience and progress too. These cards are beautiful for this. So I definitely feel that that you will hear, but it's one of those things where there's a little interior work that has to be done within this individual, and they are in a fearful state for certain things. Some people, they're not dealing well with financial restrictions, social restrictions, and they have to handle it in their own way. And some people do really well. But look, you also have The Lovers. I'm making sure they say what I think they say without my glasses on. The Lovers. But what happens if I do glasses on and off? I get almost like a weird vertigo. So I'm trying to stick to one or the other. So Lovers, I feel like this, you know, there's such a romantic component to this that they don't want to just disappear, but they're trying to get their house in order, which a lot of people have to do. You know, we have to give them time. It has nothing to do with us. It totally has to do with them and their space and their growth. But I definitely feel that you'll be hearing from them again for sure. So thanks for joining us. I'm really excited, you guys. I wish I could see the feed, but I'd be distracted.
Feed on your phone. This is from Quinn Hauser. All things love and business suddenly came to a complete stop. How do I get the wheel turning again?
How are you? Okay, so I'm going to pull one of these and then I'm going to use the big guns. Oh, you got this too. That just came up again. And it is true. We have to trust in the magic. We have to trust that change is always inevitable. Sometimes it goes up that peak where we're success. Sometimes it goes in that valley. I mean, I experience this in business all the time. Sometimes it's like so full steam ahead, I can't even keep up. And then if there's just a quiet day, you know, it's all of that. But the belief in that the universe is always going to provide and that we have the gifts and talents to tap into that and make it happen and materialize is very important as well. So let me see what's going on with the tarot, because I feel that sometimes, just like in the harvest when there is feast and fallow, we can't have feast all the time because we're not going to enjoy it. It's when we do a little without and we, you know, we have to scrimp and save and things are meager, the cupboards are a little more bare, that we're super happy when they're full, right? If they're always full, we start to take things for granted and we can also get complacent. So this is kind of like a karmic lesson. So don't feel, oh, yeah. Look at this. This is beautiful. Okay, so 5 of Cups, sort of where you're at for sure. 4 of Swords. And then the Sun comes out. So you are progressing and you are going to have, this is your result that you're moving towards. Again, you know, we're going to have those 5 of Cups moments where we feel the boredom, we feel there isn't enough going on, there isn't enough to sustain us. And definitely with all of that, we need to say, hey, where am I directing my energy into the best possible outcome? And you're starting to do that. You're going to feel that there's going to be shifts and there's going to be changes, and slowly your vibration goes up and you're in vibration with, wow, I do have gratitude because I have been in a place where I've been abundant. I know what that feels like, so I'm going to get back to it. Start with affirmations. I am deserving of good things. I would like to make this amount of income. Write it down. Believe it's already there. Have gratitude like it's already there. Same thing for love. Start self-care. I feel like self-love starts to generate love outward. It's a vibration. It really is. When you know who you are and you know you're doing the best that you can and that you care for people and you know that you're not vindictive and hostile and all of that and that you're deserving of things, you start to emanate that and you start to treat yourself well. And then because people mirror one another and kind of equal vibrations and kindred attract that when you're feeling more up and substantial, that those things are going to come into. And it definitely isn't. It really doesn't get better. You know, the sun or the star is saying, you know, everything is going to work out in your favor. But again, we have to have those valleys before we get back up to the peaks. But it's on the rise, and I'll just see what's sort of going on here. And I feel like also, you know, I'm curious about that 4. I feel like, you know, it's not going to be long, and I feel like that's terms of weeks. I feel like in 4 weeks, you're going to start to feel that shift. But do, you know, gratitude prayers and affirmations and some of the favorite places that you are at in your life and why you cherish that and why it brought you satisfaction. Oftentimes we have to ask ourselves, why do I want that, right? The why. I'll do that if I'm like, oh, I want to make this and do this project. I'm like, what do you hope to gain from that? So that's what we need to ask ourselves. Then we have the intention there. Then boom, then it takes off from there. And you are going to have what you want in both. But start to verify why you want these things and how you want them, and start to manifest them because they're already in alignment with your vibration and coming through for you, which I'm really glad. It's hard, you know, and we're reluctant to believe when both things disappear, right? Financially and romantically. It's like, oh, this is an empty Easter basket for sure. But it's going to start to refill. So start to feel good and be optimistic, because being pessimistic doesn't help at all and it creates blockages. So just know it's arriving and feel good. Do anything that makes you laugh and brings your vibration up. I have to do that too with the comedy and things like that. It'll make you feel better. So love and light and all the good stuff is back on its way to you. And green, have green around you as much as you can. Green is earthing, and it's an abundance. So have just green color stones, whatever you can.
Did you want to talk about Etsy and Instagram?
Oh yeah. So you guys, I would love if you aren't already followers of mine over on Instagram, weekly I do these fun giveaways, and it can be whatever. It can be free reads, it can be goddess provisions box, it's jewelry, and it's like fun things I love to do. So I'd love for you to come over there for me. I put a lot of work into my posts. I do daily posts and memes on tarot, on oracle cards, things that are uplifting. I do research, whatever I can for mental health and other things. So come on over and join, because there is an absolute wonderful tribe over there that is funny and hilarious and great. And we just got this, so I'm gonna put this in front of the next video, and we'll probably have a giveaway with this. If you guys saw, Cherry did a review on it, and I just received mine today, and I was watching Cherry's, and it's the best box I've ever seen in there. It's all divining tools and teacups and amazing things. And I love to do giveaways and have contests. And in terms of my Etsy store, I want to thank you guys so much, firstly, for all your great feedback and purchases. Somebody sent me something that made me cry this morning. It was so touching. She's like, my daughter, and I think she said my brothers love you too. I believe it's a Labradorite piece that I sent her, and her daughter was wearing it and clutching it, and she is like, there is an attraction to stones. Anything that comes deep from in the ocean or earth has a vibration, and I absolutely believe and know it to be healing. And all different stones attract all different types of things: love, abundance, calmness, understanding, spirituality, everything. And those are all the pieces I work on in my shop. And I work with, like, say for instance, this is my birthstone, and this is one of my favorite stones in the world. It's a citrine, and it is the absolute stone of happiness and abundance, and it brings wealth, and it also, besides kindness, it clears all the negative energy from anything else. And I definitely believe in that, and I have contests with these all the time, so I'd love for you guys to come over on Instagram and do that. And I also, if you guys are curious and you want to support the channel, I have a Patreon. It's a Patreon, what do you call it? It's a page, is a
Patreon.
Yeah, it's a Patreon web page, and my links are down below. If you want to donate, there's different levels, and then depending on the level, you get a monthly read. And I'm right now doing
Exclusive videos.
Yeah, exclusive videos. I'm doing tarot tutorials and things of that nature. And if I ever see anything that I love on mental health or something, a lot like positivity breakthroughs or new challenges like Dr. Joe Dispenza and things like that, I will bring that information over there. A lot of people are interested in how to attract love, keep it, the signs, all of that, things of that nature. So I want to thank all my patrons for that too. And if you're interested in that, you can come support over there. But mostly I just want to share my gratitude with all of you guys. Your beautiful comments, they just blow me away. And the way that you guys are progressing, once you decide you deserve something and you're not going to settle anymore. I have a lot of people that were in relationships where they were constantly treated poorly, and they just woke up to the fact that, you know, if I did what I did, I'm going to get what I got. And if I say, I only want 5% out of life, that's what we're going to get. And now everybody's like, no, thank you. I like the idea of 100%. Thank you. And you just do, you're discarding all this low vibrational garbage, and you really are reaping the rewards of it, of self-belief and self-love and all of that. And I just want you to know, if I can say one thing, please love yourself and care for yourselves. Talk to yourselves like you are a younger sister. You would never say to your younger sister, you are fat, you are unlovable, you are stupid, or anything. You would never say that. So why would we ever say that to ourselves? We are just a physical shell that is carrying a spiritual, beautiful bunch of light that's just jumping all over the place. So it's like, it matters so little really what's on the outside, because people that read energy, it doesn't matter. You can have a gorgeous face, and if you are some kind of messed up, like negative, competitive nightmare or something, it doesn't matter. This is all about loving the community, loving self, loving that, and just caring. So always care for yourself. And if you're having a bad day, and I mean this, I say to everybody, please just DM me and say, Mel, I am having a moment. This is happening. A lot of people are they're having crisis issues, and I can research very quickly and I can find out answers, and I am more than happy to do that. You just come to my IG and DM me and say, this happened and this seems like crazy BS. What is happening? And you know, if I can, I'll help you problem solve with that, because it's important. That's part of my vocation and what I do, and it makes me feel great to be able to help you guys. And the way I can do this too is through healthy detachment. Our family members can't detach from us and go, oh, okay, well, let me look at this from a very kind of clinical point of view. They simply can't do that. They have a vested interest. They have skin in the game. What you do affects them. So I can look at it from a healthy, loving, detached place and go, oh, well, that looks a little off. How about we try this? And I'm more than happy to do that. So thank you guys for everything. So what is going on, Ian?
Well, in response to Liz Lopez, we do prioritize questions in dollar amount for the super chats, and in actual fact, her question is next, so I'm sure she'll be glad to know. She would love to know to connect with lost loved ones and know what guides are around, or anything else she needs to know. Thank you for doing this.
Oh, you're very welcome. I'm happy. I'm going to pull one of these angel cards, which I haven't had in a while. I'm so cognizant of the fact where the camera is, because Ian's like, if you look down in that, he was like, you can't wear your hat. I'm like, I'm wearing my hat. I'm like, I just like it. Oftentimes when I'm reading very quickly, again, it's like I almost need to feel pressure close to my third eye because I can get dizzy and get vertigo. There's a lot going on. So hats help me. And I actually talked to a Reiki healer that was telling me about that. So right away, I love this. You have the protection card that says the fairies of protection are shielding you with a magical fairy ring of love and light. Practice psychic protection before embarking upon any spiritual work. So it's the same thing as spirit guides. I always equate fairy, spirit guides, all of that. They are ethereal beings. They are ones that watch over us. So they want you to know that, right now too, you do have the power of divination, and embrace your powers. They're especially strong right now. Of course, it's Lionsgate 8-8. So you have the ability to see your current situation with current clarity, like what is going on. Now you also have celebration. Get ready to let your hair down and celebrate. It's time to go out, dance, and play. An invitation could be on the way. So they want you to know too, that's metaphoric for your life too. We can always find reasons to celebrate, and they want you to do that. They want you to celebrate any small wins. I'll do this. If I finish a piece and I'm just enamored of it, I'm like, wow, I don't think a lot of people would come up with that concept or whatever, or take the time. And I celebrate that. Oftentimes people are like, next, next, next. And we are too fast paced as a society to step back and go, wow, this really deserves my attention and my care and my reverence, right? Pay reverence. That's what that is too. And also, I love this, the believe in magic. Open your eyes and see the magic that's all around in nature. The fairy of the northern lights says you are part of nature, so you're magical too. Yeah, it's part of our natural divination that we sometimes just let escape us, that we're all part of such a huge cosmos. And I mean, just think of decades back, things with scientific breakthroughs and all of that. It seems like outer space talk, but now even outer space talk seems normal when we think of everything that is going on. The cosmos, you're thinking of somebody, all of a sudden they text you. You know what somebody's going to think, say, and do before they do it sometimes. You do have a natural ability, and they want you to know, your ancestors want you to know that you have this and you have this capability, as do most people. Yet they are moving too quickly and they don't tap into that. By present moment awareness, you'll feel vibrations, you'll feel things, you'll feel it basically in your blood, in your bones, in your heart, and all of that. And it has us, if we go on that natural tendency of intuition, we behave kinder and softer than our logic, which will implement our ego. It's like, get ahead, compete, be number one, do this, go shopping, always be busy. Busy is crap. We want to be efficient in our life. Busy is noisy. Busy is not paying attention and being mindful. So they want you to know, the more mindful you are, the more you're going to be tapped into all these abilities that you have. And I would love for you to go see Rock the Divine on YouTube. She talks about what some of these gifts are and how to tap into them, because I definitely feel that they are. Yeah, again, a pausing to reflect. Let's let you celebrate your wins and what you've done and accomplished. Ask yourself, what do you think you've accomplished, and aren't you proud of yourself? And also, yeah, you have soulmate and new opportunities coming in as well. So you do have this kind of beautiful connection to your beloved, and that it's always etheric, and it's kind of like an energy or sound band. And the more that we get on our higher vibration, the more we can read it. It really is just like a map, A, B, and C, A, B, and C. I'm going to follow this, do this. We don't get too tied up in outcomes. We have a healthy detachment, knowing that our spirit guides will bring us what we need when we need it. And then we also ask for help along the way. We say, oh, can you help me feel this? Can you help me show this? I had one experience when everybody lost their mind this one day through anxiety. It was just something in the cosmos. And I had like 5 people get in touch with me. I dropped Tegan off at the bus stop. when I was driving home, it was so impactful. It was like everybody was literally having breakdowns, and a lot of people were feeling suicidal. I pulled over and I was like, Archangel Michael, can you please send me a sign that I'm capable to do this with healthy detachment and help people find solutions? This swarm of birds, I think they were like chimney swallows or something. They were very small, surrounded the car very quickly and then just flew away. I pulled over right in the corner and I was just crying, and I felt such relief, and all I heard was one step at a time, because I thought I had to problem solve for the whole world in one moment. And that's what's happening. That's what'll happen for you as well, that when you ask, you'll get this sense of relief that of course there's answers. There is all the time in the world, that all will be well. It's our imagination that runs away with us and messes us up. Love is arriving, success is arriving, balance is arriving. We just have to allow. And that's definitely your message, that everything that you're seeking right now is also seeking you, but not to be impatient and not to be critical, and to just have like happy acceptance and like that Christmassy feeling, like I can't wait and I'm so happy for it, because that's that higher vibration, and that's what brings it in for us, and it's definitely arriving for you. And just you got to feel that, right? It's like that thing when you have that special little secret and you get excited for life. Feel that, the fact that love is coming, answers coming, that you have beautiful guidance of your ancestors around you constantly, that they're proud of you, they love you, and they're trying to always enlighten and lift you constantly. I can feel that with my guides too, that I sometimes go to say something and my voice box will close, and then I'll have a moment to think and go, that will be harmful if you say it, especially to teenagers. So I zip it and I think and I get grounded, and I'm like, if it's not necessary and doesn't enhance it, don't say it. You're going to have those. So I love that for you, and it'll make you feel good. When we do our heart's path and our higher self speech, behaviors, we feel better about ourselves, and then we continue. It's like we're retraining ourselves instead of habitual stuff like, oh, shut up or go away. We don't say those things. It doesn't make anybody feel good, right? We're just like, oh, I need a little time myself if you don't mind, right? It's right speech and right thinking, and that's what's going to arrive for you. So I really love that. All right, my throat's not going to go too much longer.
When
Okay, I would say, probably like another 10 minutes. How long have we been going?
1 hour and 10 minutes.
Yeah, I just feel a little scratched. So we'll go for like another 10 minutes.
Now this is from Nicole Sliff. Hi Mel, just wanted to know if I'm on the right path to my sacred one. Where will we meet?
All right, where or when?
Where?
How are you? Thanks for joining. It's like I'm trying to save my extra breath, because right before when we were doing the testing, it was so funny. I was counting and I was like, oh no, my throat is getting sore just from counting. I was like, oh wow, I like this. So much Empress energy. So I feel like, again, at 8 months looks like your time frame, and you're elevating up to this beautiful, gorgeous Empress energy that is saying, I am going to just turn a page, and I am going to seek everything that is light and bright and lifts me, makes me feel good, and I'm not going to make myself suffer anymore. Comparison, all of that stuff. The Empress is like, no, I'm in this position and I kind of have sovereignty of my life and what I'm doing. So I want to make good choices for myself. I want to believe in myself and know that love is out there for me, and hell no to settling anything. And that's really, when you declare that to the universe, my soulmate is what I want, bring them in. I don't want any more of this garbage or this refuse or any of these people that are just like human garbagios. I have so many clients that are going nuts on the dating sites because these people project this person that's just not them, and it becomes very frustrating. So people start to lose hope, and this is about having hope and knowing it's there. So I definitely feel that oh, that's really nice too. You also secret admirer. I love this card because it's so cute. Someone has deep feelings for you, and more than they are letting on to. So I feel like you definitely, you have a secret admirer. But I feel in how you're going to meet is funny. I feel them coming to you because I see you standing, and it's funny, you're like just standing under a tree. So that means you're really earthed, you're really grounded to who you are, where you are at that point in time. And you have really a beautiful, magnificent sense of the law of attraction, and you're able to use it. It's like all the distractions, monkey mind, inner dialogue that's negative, all that stuff just dissipates because you realize, when we feel we're winning and we constantly tell ourselves that, we really do start to do that. it's all the people that are filled with skepticism and pessimism and heavy energy. They derail themselves constantly. And why? It's torturous. But sometimes it's like they're in an environment where they feel like they have to follow suit. But you're creating your own environment. You're creating your own healthy environment where you feel grounded and solid, so you're able to do that. And I just feel like they come into your life, and all of a sudden a conversation just starts, and it's very easeful, because a lot of people think it's this crazy impact where it's like explosive and people feel overwhelmed, but it's not. It's a sense of comfort and matching and availability to each other emotionally, because the universe lifts us and gets us in our most well-positioned place to be able to deal with things and make ourselves and make love a priority, not distractions, not jealousy, not competitiveness, nothing of that, just love. And then, it just kind of like falls into place. I just see like a bunch of feathers landing like lightly, and it just being guided and brought to you. And again, you being in a great and head and heart space where you're just accepting, listen, my life has value and worth, and I am not ever going to settle or feel like I have to prove myself to anybody or a validation. You're going to be very authentic in that stage, which I really like. And that's often when it comes in, like, I'm happy with who I am and where I'm at, and then boom, there they are. And that's how it's going to take place for you, which is nice, because then you just feel solid and you feel like nothing to prove at that point, which is really beautiful. So I love that for you. So that's her.
This is a question from Mr. Fly High. He's been seeing the number 69 a lot, wants to know what it means for him.
Is it Scorpio? Can somebody, it's funny, the symbolism, I think it's Scorpio, 6 and 9 on each side, and I can look that up after. That is a zodiac symbol. So that is probably your next love match that's coming in. I'm pretty sure it's Scorpio. In fact, it's funny, I did symbols on my videos today, and I'm pretty sure that's what it was. It's their symbol of what's coming on. I want to pull another card for that too. Yeah, oftentimes if you look under zodiac elements, you'll see the 6 and 9. I swear it's Scorpio. I'm really bad with symbols because especially if they're numerics, it's one of those things. Oh yeah, look, you have the Page of Cups, which is saying you'll be getting a message of that too. There is a romantic offering coming for you, and that your significant other that's coming in is of that zodiac sign. So that's why that symbol. And the universe works in that. Is it Taurus and Scorpio? No, it comes, I'm pretty sure it's Scorpio. It comes in like electrical. It comes in as animals, strange animal activities, symbols. Most of the time it is symbols, and things are highly symbolic. So
Cancer.
Oh, it's Cancer. So somebody who's in a Cancer sign, that's so funny because that's actually India's sign too. And the reason it gets confusing to me is because I was looking at mega symbols and hieroglyphs and other things this morning, so they all interchange for me. So yeah, Cancer is that's your match. That's really interesting. And I love Cancers for their sensitivity. They cannot give enough, and the way they express themselves are so beautiful. They're very poetic. They're fantastic writers, colossal creatives, and they have this enduring love. Like, they are so forgiving, and they are so loving, and they are so open. And I feel like that's the kind of love that you are ready for. And this could also be a kindred spirit that's coming in, just like a best 5-alarm buddy and friend that supports you and lifts you. This has happened to me quite often in my professional life. If I was thinking of leaving a company just because of hardships and people just don't appreciate one another, or there were narcissists, there was all kinds of stuff coming on, I was sent a kindred spirit that would just lift and make me laugh. And my last job, her name was Melanie, and she was African American, and they called us salt and pepper. Exactly the same sense of humor, life outlook, all of this and all of that, and it just made my job worth going into. Not only that, but I look forward to it because it was like a big play date. So that is something else that could be arriving for you, a beautiful kindred spirit that's going to come help you out and lift you up and make you feel good. We all need that, right? It's nice to have that companion. So yeah, I love that.
We just got an orange from Mariah M. This is probably the last one, right?
Yeah.
Guidance because I met someone new but still feel energetically pulled to someone from my past.
Oh, okay. Okay, so I feel like if if you go back to that person in the past, I think there might be crisis and disappointment. People are in our past for a reason, but you may have unfinished kind of karmic business. So I feel I'm always inclined when I feel a pull to something that I haven't completed. Is there something you need to say? Was there a lack of closure? Oftentimes that happens. And most importantly, is you ask yourself, how did this end? What was the last thing you heard, saw, and experienced with this person? And was it highly unpleasant? And would you want to put yourself through that again? We need to do that sometimes, because I feel like you are now in a state of transformation. It's growth. Yeah, see, I think you had a karmic bond with this person and they were there to teach you something. And sometimes what that lesson is, are you a glutton for punishment? Do you want that pain again? How did it end? That's the one question. Did this person just disappear, and how much effort and feeling went into it? Again, I feel we have to ask ourselves, if we feel like we don't have closure, and I'm going to rely on a tarot, I'm just going to split the deck. Yeah, Page of Swords, you'll be getting some messages that help direct you towards this and what you should do. I feel it'll be very wise to write certain things down. How did this end? How did I feel? How much time did I invest? How much did they invest? What did they make me think of myself? Because when we're with the right person, we don't doubt ourselves. We don't have fear. We don't second guess ourselves. We don't feel we have to change. We feel accepted and loved if that person is meant to be with us. Queen of Swords, because you're now going to be at this elevated thought process. It's like, aha. So pros and cons in that relationship. What would make you feel pulled towards them? What was the pros in the relationship? What was the cons? Because you really can't move forward and be wholeheartedly invested in a new relationship if you're pulled in the back. So you have to release, maybe send them a letter or a message. You need some sort of closure. That's very possible too there. And again, yeah, you have all these messages with your pages. A message of passion that's going to persuade you one way or another, where you know which way to turn. That message is going to come in and help you. Your spirit guides are going to help you, so you don't feel so like a ping pong ball, like should I, whatever is going in. But you do definitely need closure, and the wisest course is if there is nice energy between you, why couldn't you connect with them and just ask them, hey, by the way, why did this end this way, or why did this happen, or what are you doing now with your life, right? So you're able to close that chapter and then fully be focused on something. And again, your pros and cons. Why do you feel compelled to keep going back? Because again, we are habitual creatures. Sometimes we just go back to what's familiar because it's comfortable. It's the known. The fear of the unknown oftentimes has us take a back seat to life. So please don't do that, and verify what it is first of all if you can, and then see if you're able to move on. Because again, sometimes it's like when we don't get the closure that we need, we keep going back to that. But I feel with those double pages, you're going to have messages, and it's going to have meaning, and you're going to know why you feel these feelings, and hopefully you're going to be able to connect the dots and close the chapter on that and be able to move forward. So okay, we'll do one more.
This is a yellow just from Cheryl O'Brien. My husband and I were just about to separate and found out that he has cancer. Any help would be appreciated.
Okay, so this is where I believe that we have cosmic bonds with other people that help us. This morning I was listening to Crystal in Love, and she said something, and I'll pull cards, but she said something that is 100% in rhythm with this question. We should never stay with somebody because of guilt or servitude or obligation, because resentment will annihilate us. You can be a caretaker and a helper, but you don't have to stay with somebody and have false romantic entanglements or whatever. But never feel guilt because what is brought into somebody else's life, and never stay with somebody for obligatory reasons, because you still have an entire life that is open to new fresh love, new fresh beginnings, and you deserve that. We never have guilt or punish ourselves again. That's the lowest vibration, and we will just become a robot of care and kind of like desolation and giving. It is not a healthy option, but what you can do as a loving, caring human being is make sure that there are steps and implementation of medical care in place, but you don't ever have to have a false romantic front or care for this individual. You need to look out for yourself, because when you're in a self-care mode, you can actually look after this person and help them as a healthy detached ex or friend. Okay, it's very important. And it's crazy that I was hearing these things from Crystal this morning, because I just plugged into that. My father also had cancer, and my mother was separated and remarried. And this is the crazy thing. My mother actually moved into the house with my dad with her new husband, and they cared for him. But I mean, it was a very, it was a very kind of almost like communal, beautiful kind of like household where everybody got on. And Bill and my father were very high thinking, but it was one of those things where people pulled together for the right reasons. And you can be strong, but never ever feel obliged to let somebody else's life swallow you up, because you have a lot of things ahead for you. And when you're and when you're thriving and feeling good in your life, you're that much more helpful for them. Okay. And I also just want to pull 2 cards for you that are coming out. Oh yeah, you have potential love coming in too. You know, you have lovers. And I love the ant spirit. This is beautiful. Time to collaborate. Absolutely. This is where you want to pull in family and friends to help and show love and show support, and, you know, be there and be accessible. But again, look at the ants. They go out independently and do their things and do the work, and then they go back to their places. So don't sacrifice yourself. You have so much like magic and things coming towards you. And I feel like, you know, you're just going to grow and expand. And because of that, and you being strong and independent, you're going to be able to help that much more. You know, it's a difficult life assignment. And, you know, I've had a lot of people throughout my life that have different illnesses. And I've noticed the people that stuck it through to the bitter end out of guilt or obligation, their life got small and closed. And the people that were like, well, I'm going to have a healthy detachment and I will help you in any way that I can, but my life is over here. And then they thrived and all of that, because everything is cyclical. It comes back around. And even when people pass on, they're always there. I feel my father all the time, my mother, my aunt constantly. So all of that derives strength from the self, that you can be helpful from a different vantage point, you know, and never beat yourself up for anything. Absolutely.
Okay, I think we're just about done. As we tell everyone every time we do this, we can't get to everyone. Mel tries to, but there's just not enough time. And if we carried on, then more would arrive, so there still wouldn't be any more time. We never finish. Anybody who has a question that wasn't asked in the super chat, after the feed is finished, go into the regular comments, write it in a comment, and she will answer it in text within the next 24 to 48 hours. She does that every single time. So you will get an answer, just not an on-camera one, and we thank you for your support. It's very helpful.
Yes, thanks so much. So as he just said, you know, after the live feed goes up and you put your comment, be like, Mel, I was in super chat, here's my question, and then I get back right underneath and I answer to you. And also, you guys, you know, if you had a really pressing question, regardless if you're on super chat, say, Mel, I came and joined you, I was really curious about this, I will get to as many of you as possible. In fact, sometimes I just go through the feed, and when I have time, I'll fill in some of those blanks for you. And again, you know, I can't even stipulate enough how much I appreciate and love you guys for all your support. You're so wonderful and you're hilarious. And if you like my style, there's a couple people out there, and I don't know why I feel like she should have 1 million subscribers. And I would love for you guys to go see Crystal in Love. Just beautiful. She put so much work and effort in these beautiful outside reads. And I feel like people, you know, people that speak on our frequency of positivity, we can't get enough of that, because we're impressionable. We're very impressionable. There is the power of persuasion, and also moods are contagious. So why are we not plugging into everybody that lifts our mood and makes us feel great and makes us feel like the possibilities are there? And she's wonderful for that. And mental health issues, not your average glow up, fantastic. And she started reading tarot. Cherry Enchantress, of course. If you want the most romantic, beautiful, fun things, she is amazing. And I would love for you guys, the next video, I'm going to review this and go through this, and come follow me on Instagram and come and get on all your giveaways and your stuff. And I'm always just looking for funny, cool things that are spiritual related as well. And to my patrons, thanks you guys. I know sometimes I yo-yo, I'll have a lot of stuff, then stuff will be, later coming up, but you're amazing. And thank you for supporting me. It's, you help me get new decks, and people that send me gifts and presents. I mean, Cheryl, you're absolutely amazing. She sends me all these little beauty packages and things, a candle that I love so much. I lost my mind over. Elle, you are amazing and fantastic, and I love you so much. And I want to have a really big shout out and a cosmic hug and love to Stasia, who just underwent some major surgeries after having other surgeries, and it still takes the time. She's messaging me from the hospital, and she sent me an archangel Michael coin that I carry everywhere in my purse, and she is undergoing all of this. So you know what I mean about just this beautiful breadth and width of love that's out there and the connectivity. And if you ever feel alone or nobody's listening to you, please come DM me and just be like, this issue just blows. Can I have a moment? And never apologize. I offer this and I want to be able to do this for you guys. So thanks again for everything and for coming to join me. I tried to do this yesterday, but Lionsgate is spectacular. So please, you guys, utilize this energy of today to make your wish list to the universe and know and feel it and have gratitude and have love, because it is important. When we know we're worth it, and we're going to allocate our time wisely when we can in our love, and we're not going to make it conditional. We are better people and we have better communities around us. So thank you guys so much for coming to join me. Mr. Ian. Ta-da. He's like, da-da.
Bye.